They can't see it. It doesn't matter what it says. I was
It
so
doesn't show
mad.
up?
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
You didn't watch our episode?
I usually do. I haven't watched that one yet.
No, it didn't show up. Doesn't matter. I know. We were typing away.
Some of it wasn't great, so it's probably for the best.
Yeah, it's true.
So what we're talking, hey, welcome to the show. It is Old Ass Movie Reviews. We're fixing to post Old Ass Movie Reviews. I'm your host, Don Vega.
I'm just on
we review movies pre-99 for free 99, yada, yada, yada. We have...
Blackie has a problem.
Terrible.
Blackie's in trouble.
That's out of context. That's based on our last episode. Go check that out. It's still not
Critters
okay.
3. No. Well, he was little black ball.
Yeah.
What are you going to call him? Bally?
On the apparatus that we use to record this show,
dildo.
They have, but then why is it there?
To annoy me.
We know that it's there. What the fuck? We have this thing where it's like, it has our names on the bottom left of the
like when you go on
screens.
Zoom. When you go on Zoom for a business call, you can say that it's your name.
For whatever ridiculous reason, we could both change each other's name.
Yeah.
Just loosey-goosey.
Right.
So last episode, we did that a lot. So that means there was like a whole 10 minutes of last episode that was just nonsense.
Nonsense.
Just
Nobody understood it.
We were just giggling at each other like jerk-offs.
Somebody texted me like, what are you typing?
Oh, man. That's so disappointing.
See, like his name in his box says Don Vega, and right now mine says hates movies based on Jews, which I didn't type. Don typed that, and I don't understand what that means.
Nobody saw me type that. That's not on screen, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Just saying, you didn't see me type that. That's a bummer. Yeah, last week was a lot of worse things than that, and it's probably for the best. But I'm just disappointed that there's at least 8 minutes of just
yeah.
Yeah. What I did. You see what I did? Just jerk off shit. Just nobody's gonna see it. Really?
No.
What? Why? Who thought that was a good idea?
I don't know.
And now he typed into mine, Don, Birth of a Nation, Vega.
Nobody ever.
And you know that he did that because you saw his fingers move. You saw his fingers move.
No. I have Parkinson's. Look, so what we're doing is 1992's epic film comedy bomb, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, starring Sylvester Stallone and Estelle Getty. And if you ever thought there was a pairing where you went, what in the fuck? This is the one. This is the one for you. Because I have to think, right? The studios were like, what's hot? The Golden Girls. What's hot? Sylvester Stallone. And I think the Golden Girls might have even been very close to the end of the Golden Girls.
By 92?
Yeah, because that show, I didn't realize how early that show came out. It was like 85.
No kidding. I didn't know that either.
85 or 86. And I think they were very close to the end of Golden Girls at that time.
In 85, it ran for 7 seasons.
Yeah,
so probably went to about 92, yeah.
Right. So why? Her star is clearly, I mean, what did Estelle Getty do after this? What, did she die? That's the only thing I ever remember her doing after this was not being alive anymore.
How long did she live for, Sid?
I think she died in like 2009.
Oh, she rocked out for a while then. Let's see. I
think
Estelle Getty. Yeah, so the show was on for
7 years.
It said that she played the character for 10 years. How is that possible? That doesn't make sense.
Maybe there was a sketch comedy thing where it started or whatever.
Wasn't that Golden Girls? It was an offshoot of something else, wasn't it?
No.
I could have swore it was. Anyway.
No.
When did she die?
2008.
2008.
Yeah, and she was the youngest Golden Girl, by the way. She was playing the oldest Golden Girl, but she was the youngest Golden Girl. Yeah,
I do remember that Snapple fact. Another Snapple fact about this movie. Who is it directed by?
Roger Spottiswoode, who directed, I believe, I didn't look him up, but I know the name. Did he direct Turner and Hooch? You fuck. Why are you bringing this up then?
I don't know. That's the information that you look up.
Roger Spottiswoode, he's still alive. He directed some bad movies, boy. The Sixth Day with Arnie, remember that from 2000?
Yeah, that was not good.
He directed Turner and Hooch.
I saw that in the theaters, actually, The Sixth Day.
Turner and Hooch. Bang. Yeah. Air America, which was very bad. And Under Fire with Gene Hackman from 83. Is that what that is? Yeah. Oh, no. It's Ed Harris, Nick Nolte. It is Gene Hackman, yeah. Set in Nicaragua. So Linda was in it. Tomorrow Never Dies, which I don't remember. I don't like James Bond, so I never saw that one. I think it was Pierce Brosnan. But yeah, Roger Spottiswoode sucks. He sucks. Turner and Hooch is good, except when Hooch gets shot. That sucks.
This also had writers like Ivan Reitman in there.
Did he write it or produce it?
Oh, it might have been a producer. Yeah,
I don't think.
Producer, yeah.
And I don't think he wrote it. Ivan Reitman directed Stripes and oh man, I can't remember what else he directed now because his son sucks. His son, I think, directed Juno. If I'm not mistaken,
did Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, and Twins and Kindergarten Cop and Stripes.
Meatballs, Dave, Animal House, Space Jam, and Up in the Air.
All your favorite pieces of shit.
Space Jam is a piece of shit.
No, not Space Jam. Space Jam's okay. Kindergarten Cop's a piece of shit.
Animal House?
Yeah, I don't love Animal House.
I don't remember loving it. I think it's creepy. I think it's exceptionally creepy.
It's just a frat boy movie.
It's like rape in there. There's actual rape in there.
In Animal House?
The nerds rape the chick, yeah.
Are you thinking of Revenge of the Nerds?
Yep.
Twins. He also made Twins with Arnold.
Hey, say what you will, but I'm anti-rape. So.
Say what you will, but I'm a moron.
Which one's Animal House then?
John Belushi and Kevin Bacon. Came out in 1980. It's a National Lampoon's movie. I think John Landis. You said Ivan Reitman directed Animal House?
That's what it says here. His other directing credits include Meatballs, Dave, Animal House, Space Jam.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a frat movie. It's gross out humor.
I do remember it had that big muscle-bound, cross-eyed meathead football player dude. Or was that still Revenge of the Nerds?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Did they come out around the same time?
5 years apart. You're bad at this.
Never claimed to be good at this. I don't know.
Well, I mean...
Animal House was 78.
Yeah. Revenge of the Nerds was what, 84?
Yeah.
6 years apart.
That's a long time. Anyway.
Yeah. So Don likes this type of film.
I think it has its charms. It has its place. Yeah. And it's goofy.
Oh, it's goofy.
Did you know, and I'm sure you did, that the original person that was supposed to be in this was Arnold Schwarzenegger?
What a shock, because Roger Spottiswoode, all he does is put Arnold Schwarzenegger in movies.
So what happened was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone were rivals at the time, of course. You know, they hated each other back then. They always were up for the same roles.
Who could make the worst movie?
And what happened was, in order to fuck over Stallone, because Arnold had already saw the script, he put a rumor out there that he was interested in being in it so that Stallone would try to steal it from him, which he did. And that's what happened.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger saw a script and said, "This is so fucking awful. Let me get this other moron to do it." And all I kept thinking about while I was watching this movie, and I was high while I was watching this movie, and I only laughed at the things that I saw that were funny, but not anything anybody said because none of it was funny. But I thought, how when Rocky was made, Sylvester Stallone sold his bulldog
Yeah.
to yeah. All I thought about was you sold your dog into hock to make movies like this.
And again, I am not a Sylvester Stallone hater like this guy is. I have zero issue with Sylvester. Most of his work. Some of his work is not great, but I think most of his work is pretty solid.
Most of his work is bad, bordering on awful. There are a few that I give exceptions to. He was really good in Copland from '96 with De Niro, and he was also really good in. I'm partial to. I've seen all the Rockies, and they all pretty much blow, except for Rocky IV. I think Rocky IV is great with Ivan Drago, but that's no success of Stallone. That's just I like Ivan Drago. I like that. But otherwise,
you like that he murdered a black man. That's the one Rocky movie you liked is the murder of Apollo Creed.
If you want to get context clues into it, that's your business. But you could say that.
Everybody's saying it. You fucking weirdo.
No, well, I just thought he was the best. Like, there were no real villains in the Rocky movies, and Clubber Lang sucked, and Apollo Creed was okay. Tommy Morrison, awful. Yeah, and Drago was like an actual villain,
until the end where they try to give you 3 seconds of compassion for him.
Yeah, and I didn't care about that.
Yeah,
but the U.S. versus the Soviets, I'm into that. I like that angle. Even going back to Sergeant Slaughter versus fucking Nikolai Volkov. I like that stupid shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I popped for that. Like Rocky IV, I think is superior. It's a superior Rocky. But this guy put his poor bulldog into hock to make movies with fucking Estelle Getty. Get the fuck out of here. Loves movies based on Soviet relations. I do.
No, just Soviets. I didn't write relations. Soviets. Okay. Meaning you love Soviets.
I don't care who.
Communists.
That's fine.
He's a commie. Yeah, so that happened. He Arnold tricked him. So I think had Arnold signed on to this, it would not obviously they would have had to get a different person other than Estelle. And I think I don't remember her name, but there was also pretty, and I don't know, she was already dead by 92. I could not fucking tell you. Who's that German old lady that was like an actress on like commercials and TV and stuff like that? She had, she was German accent. She had a very heavy German accent. I don't know who the fuck she is, but I could see her in my head.
In German accent?
Yeah.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
What commercials would I have seen her in?
Let's see.
I mean, the only
German lady actress in 1990s.
The only person I can think of is Marlene Dietrich, but she died, I think, in the 70s. I don't know who else it would be.
It's literally what come up to what you just said was Marlene Dietrich, but she died in 92.
Oh, so then it's Marlene Dietrich.
I don't think that's what I was talking about, though. It was a much more frumpier.
But then who? Like, are you thinking of the Where's the Beef woman?
Did she have an accent? She didn't have an accent.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of the sexologist.
You're thinking of I know why you're thinking of that.
Yeah, I'm thinking of her.
Disgusting.
I often
think. Yeah, Nikki.
Yes. It's good, yeah.
Yeah. But like if Arnold is in this,
yeah,
it's probably better.
Only because his accent makes things. He's good at slapstick.
Fine.
And
that's
good at slapstick.
Sylvester Stallone has no idea what's going on throughout this entire movie. He just looks like they woke him up every time to do this.
Sleepy.
Like there are moments, even when he's like not even acting with Estelle Getty, when he's acting with Jo Beth Williams. By the way, Jo Beth Williams, who was in Poltergeist, and she's in a lot of movies from the 80s and 90s. you can almost guarantee a movie is either going to be a cult classic or a giant piece of shit if you see Joe Beth Williams
Yeah,
in
the
the
bright
movie.
redhead lady is usually a pretty good
Yeah,
giveaway.
yeah,
But
and
this is sketchy.
yeah, and there's a scene where at the very beginning where he's talking to her in her office. He
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do with his hands. He's like sitting here like this, and then he's just like, he doesn't know what to do with his fucking hands.
I think he's
And that made me laugh.
underrated. I think he's, and I think that's on purpose though. I think he's underrated in his comedic roles.
Don.
It's because he has such a
Don
leading
Diggs.
man, chiseled jaw, face. It's quite difficult for him to try to do.
Well, wait a minute. There are
those type
people.
of comedy stuff. I think.
I disagree because there are people that are leading men that are funny. I think
I'm talking about then. You got to keep it within
Okay.
contemporary of this.
Keanu
contemporary.
Reeves.
That is not his contemporary. 92.
Yeah.
How is that his contemporary?
Point Break was 92 with him and Swayze. Swayze could do it too.
20 years older than Keanu Reeves.
Okay,
at
Swayze.
best.
Swayze was funny.
I didn't find Swayze funny. I've never found Swayze funny. Never. I've never found him to be a good leading man.
But you like this guy.
Love it. Arnold also has a much more animated face. He's really good at facial features and doing that type of stuff.
Even Jean-Claude Van Damme is funnier.
Jean-Claude Van Damme was hilarious, but we
Right.
didn't find that out till later in his career. He wasn't doing funny. He stuck to action in the 90s.
Steven Seagal funny because he's not trying to be funny.
Steven Seagal would have put his actual mother in that movie.
I would have loved to have seen Steven Seagal
And
do
she
this.
would have been a Soviet communist.
I would have loved to have seen Steven Seagal in this. Do you know how much this movie cost to make?
There's a lot of driving scenes, a lot of stuff. So I'm going to say
Think of back then.
20 million.
Okay, you're close. 16.
Yeah.
Do you know how much this movie made?
5.
3.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a bomb.
Yeah. Big time.
That's a bomb. And you see what you've done, and we can go through this movie, but essentially it's what you think it is. It's a police officer who's trying to get a promotion, and his partner's an
He's not trying to get a promotion. He's just trying to chill. He likes his life.
Oh, he likes his life.
That was his argument.
His life.
Like, leave me alone. I'm good.
He likes his life. He's sleeping
all the women in his life are trying to change him.
Yeah, he's very sexist movie. He's sleeping
A
with
little bit.
He's sleeping with the lieutenant, Joe Beth Williams. His main rival is another bad actor. I can't place him.
Yeah, I know his face.
The black partner, which look,
I also know his face.
that's Roger Rees.
Yeah, okay.
And the black partner is like why don't you eat this? Why don't you eat that? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It's like it's your magical Negro, but as a cop.
No.
Well, it's your like wise Negro actor. That's the point of his partner.
I didn't get
think that at all.
I didn't think his role was significant enough to even.
Well, it wasn't. But he needed a partner.
I thought it was a very cliche partner role. Yes, I thought it was a trope for sure. But I didn't take it as like the black partner trope, like fucking Lethal Weapon and shit like that. I didn't take it as that one.
Well, that's what it definitely was, that because he looks like Danny Glover a little bit.
When was the first Lethal Weapon?
Gotta be 88.
Wow. Yeah. Well, yeah. This is obviously a spoof of.
This is a spoof of 48 Hours, of Lethal Weapon, Beverly Hills Cop, which I think came out earlier than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the same movie, except this is a pinnacle of why. And you have Sylvester Stallone, who's just like a guy who's sleeping with his boss. And by the way, these are the worst cops in American history. They're like, no, they're not cops. They're not. They suck. They don't even do anything.
This is happening in L.A., right?
Yeah. Well, but it looked like San Fran.
I don't know. I can't.
I thought it was Oakland or San Fran.
No,
No, it doesn't, but that's okay. But when you actively say things like the title of the movie in a line, you're also saying to people, I don't care.
No, everybody.
Yeah.
It's the 90s. Everybody had to say the name of the movie in a line. Everybody. Every
Where?
action
When?
film, every
When?
comedy film does that.
When did you hear? Did you ever hear Mel Gibson say, "Give me that lethal weapon"? Or when did you hear that? What are you talking about? I
They
don't
all
remember.
did.
They
They
all
all
did.
did. They called Bloodsport. They called fucking
That's the thing that they're doing.
yeah, but
That's not
everybody
a
said it.
line.
Everybody said it. Don't
No,
tell them about the babysitter's dead. You know, that's in
that's
there.
the fucking. Oh my God.
Back to the Future. All of it.
No,
It's all in
Back to
there.
the Future. He says we're going back in time. He doesn't say Back to the Future.
We're going back to the future. Yeah, he says it.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. He says we're going back to the future.
Oh, you
point.
are so bad.
Yeah,
You're so you're defeated, and you're just making things up.
Nah, not me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So to breeze through this movie because we've already been 21 minutes on it.
We're breezing.
That's insane in and of itself. Yeah, do the thing that you do. We're not doing 1992. We've done it before. Go look at another episode. I'm not telling you what years. I'm not telling you the toys. I'm not telling you the news. I'm not telling you the weather. I'm not telling you who won in sports. I can tell you who it wasn't. It wasn't them. The Jets. They
Definitely wasn't them. 92. Definitely wasn't them.
No. Yeah. His mom shows up to his crib.
First of all, she doesn't answer the phone.
Yeah, she doesn't answer the phone. I mean, bill collectors. What are you gonna? And then she gets there. She starts being a pain in the ass. She starts cleaning everything. She cleans his gun. Yeah, cleans his gun, rendering it useless. And the next day, he goes to work, and she goes out to go buy him a new gun. And because she went and bought a gun from some guys in the back of a van, that she witnesses them getting shot and murdered. And then she goes and tells.
Doesn't even care.
Nah, it didn't shake her.
Doesn't phase her.
She's from Newark, baby.
Okay, here's one. The guy who sold her the gun originally, the guns in the gun store. Do you know who that guy is?
Yes.
Did you ever watch? Okay.
Yeah, I know his face exactly. No, I can't remember. I couldn't tell you what he's from, but I know his face.
Most famously, he was in The West Wing. His name is Richard Schiff.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was a heavier set guy there in this movie. I remember always being slim.
Well, the camera, yeah. I didn't recognize him at first because he didn't have any facial hair.
Well, I recognize because his hair is.
I recognized his voice. His voice.
Yeah. Did you recognize anybody in the first scene in the stakeout?
I got to be honest with you. When he said, "I got glass in my ass," I sort of tuned out.
Ving Rhames was Goon
Yes.
number one.
Okay. Yes. I said that.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, that's Ving Rhames."
Yeah, Ving Rhames. Yeah.
He had like a funny name, like Radio Sweetness or something like that in the credit.
Oh, that's
his name was like Radio. It was so bad. It was
Ving Rhames with a very weird piece of hair on top of his head.
Yeah, it was like a fez hat of hair.
Yeah, it was super strange.
Yeah, it was, and he was wasted. Why not more Ving Rhames?
Why not Ving Rhames as a partner?
Why not Ving Rhames as the bad guy?
Why not Ving Rhames as the lead?
Why not Ving Rhames as the director? This movie should have been called "Why Not Ving Rhames."
So anyway, yeah. So she goes, she witnesses a murder. Then it goes into the whole, her being a line stepper.
No, she's a fucking crazy old Italian lady. Even though he's not Italian, he's Bynarski. Bowowski.
Yeah, they're like some other.
Her name is Tutti.
Ski.
And do you know where that comes from?
Yeah.
No, Tutti. Tutti. You know where that comes from?
What?
Car 54, Where Are You? Gunther Tutti. Did you ever watch Car 54, Are You, when you were a kid?
Nope. Because I am 36, Joe.
So am I.
85.
I'm also 36. There was also a movie. There was also
85.
There was also a movie with Buster Poindexter and God damn it, Tom Hanks. Who was in that fucking movie? What do you want? What do you want, dog? What do you want? Go. What are you doing? Get out of here. Car 54. Where are you? No, the film was John C. McGinley, David Johansen, Fran Drescher, Nipsey Russell, and Rosie O'Donnell.
Nipsey Hussle.
Russell.
So yeah, cool, man. Cool story.
I don't like you.
I wrote that. Yeah, so Ving Rhames, Glass in the Ass. I wrote that down too. That was funny.
Terrible.
It was stupid. That's what made me laugh.
Terrible.
Does Sly have more movies with black actors than his peers from that era? I think if you're talking about his contemporaries or his peers being of Michael Keaton, and not talking about like just action, just, you know, leading male guys of the 90s, Michael Keaton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal. I think Sylvester Stallone has had way more black co-stars than any of them. And the only one that I can think of from Mel Gibson is, what's his name? From these Donald Glover, Danny Glover. Otherwise, I don't know if I've ever seen Mel Gibson in a movie with another black person aside from Danny Glover. But Stallone seems to do it quite often.
I think in Gallipoli in 1981, Gibson, he was set in Australia with a lot of Aborigines.
Okay.
That's just what I got for you.
Okay. Cool.
That's what I got for you.
Yeah. I thought that was quite, because even up to this day, he has that show Tulsa King, and one of the, aside from the initial tertiary mafia, you know, people that he deals with in New York, one of the first people he interacts with when he gets to Tulsa is a young black man who he then puts under his wing to be his assistant and driver and stuff. And that's like one of his, you know, somebody that he bounces off of in that show.
I'm trying to look through Mel Gibson's discography.
So I always found that pretty interesting about him, that he's kind of like, he does that often.
Tina Turner in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Not a co-star. She was just in it.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty hard to find black people in his films.
Yeah. Any of them. I mean, Schwarzenegger would be, I guess, probably second runner-up because of Sinbad.
That's one movie.
All right, Conan.
Okay, it's two movies.
Yeah, and I'm sure if I keep, and Predator.
Okay, yeah, all right. So Arnold wins.
So Arnold doesn't win, so he had better movies with black people, I'm sure, than Sylvester Stallone. But I don't think he's had more black co-actors in his movies than Stallone has. Is all I'm saying. I think Stallone has had the most that I could think of.
Great. Well, he really took Roger Reese's career to the next level with this one. So good for him. Good for doing the Lord's work with this one.
Listen, they got paid. It's not like you get paid after the ticket sales. They got paid.
You think Roger Reese got the big bucks?
His name was on there. He got talking parts. What do you want?
I don't know, man. I don't want it.
Nobody was happy about this.
Go faster.
Nobody was happy about this except Estelle. That's the only person that was ecstatic about this movie. She had a good time.
Her name was Tootie, and I think, what was the dog's name? It had a funny name. The dog had a funny name.
So, in the one scene where the mom is coming off the plane, wow, so fucking tired, man. That creepy ass flight attendant goes to him because the mom showed everybody.
Yeah.
The mom showed everybody in the plane his baby pictures, and the creepy flight attendant gets in his ear and said, "You look really sexy in those diapers."
Yeah, I was just like, "That's a pedophile."
Lady. Gross, lady.
I said that. That's a pedophile. Is your problem?
Matter of fact, you're under arrest, man. you're under arrest. Actually.
Yeah. I would arrest you. I would arrest you for that. I want to know what the name of the dog was.
You didn't like the jumper scene, which was like one of the first scenes that they had.
Awful. I wish he would have jumped and died.
That was pretty funny.
I wish everybody would have jumped and died.
I laughed at I'm from Newark. That made me giggle.
It sure did.
Yeah. The stunt drivers were sick in this movie. 6 stunt driving.
It's okay.
Stunt drivers were good.
It was okay.
And then way further on into the movie, the mom and Stallone called his rival
An asshole.
an asshole. They gave him a swirly in the bathroom. I was like, huh. Okay.
Yeah.
He gave a grown man a swirly. He picked up a 220 pound man and turned him vertical and put his head in the toilet.
Probably stole that from Salute Your Shorts based on the way this movie was made.
Got it. An I'll be back line by the mom later on in the movie. Funny. I chuckled. He said the movie name. Yay. Stop.
He
My mom
said when the criminal was running away and Estelle Getty had the gun, he said, "Stop or my mom will shoot."
Yeah. Good stuff. What are we rating this?
And then at the end, wait, I gotta talk about the very end when they catch the criminal who's not even a good criminal, and
Terrible.
he like, and
It should have been the guy with the shades.
I agree. He was the best part of that whole gangster crew there.
He's great.
He reminded me
great.
of like a bootleg.
I tell you what he is right now. You're not gonna guess it. You know what he is a bootleg version of?
Somebody in Scarface.
Yeah, the first guy that he comes with. Chi-Chi, yeah, the one that they
who just passed away.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of F. Murray Abraham. That wasn't
I'm talking
Chi-Chi.
about F. Murray Abraham. That's what I'm talking about.
No, Chi-Chi just passed away. So R.I.P. Chi-Chi. He was 68 years old. Just passed away. New Yorker.
68. Should be older than that.
He was only like 24 in that movie.
Which one was Chi-Chi?
He was the one who was knocking on the door. Boss, they're coming, boss. And he gets shot.
The heavyset guy with the curly hair?
No, that was Fat Andy or Nicky or Frankie, whatever the fuck his name was. Chi-Chi with the perm.
Chi-Chi, Scarface. He was that young?
Yeah, he was real young.
Yeah, the real small guy.
Yeah, he just passed away.
Angel Salazar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
24?
Yeah, he was real young.
He did not look 24. He looked
everybody was
scary.
probably on coke. You can't tell me some of that coke wasn't real.
He's got some jail photos.
83 Al. Somebody was doing something on that set.
Did not have an easy life.
No.
68. Anyway.
So at the very end, I gotta say, they didn't even kill the bad guy. They shot him in the shoulder, and they were acting like it's all finished.
Yeah.
What's to stop a criminal, an actual criminal, from getting up and blowing your mother's face off? It's dumb.
So the part where they threw the one who should have been the main villain of the movie, they just tossed him out the fucking window.
Yeah, and it was like a really bad clunk. It was like all of that was really.
Why did they make him sign some paperwork? What was that again?
Was
that another insurance scam?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that it was supposed to be an insurance scam. Yeah, that's what it was. It was just not well written.
The lines before that happened were funny because the guy he called. No, it wasn't an insurance scam. It was a suicide letter.
Yeah. For
it was
thinking that it was supposed to be the other guy.
That was for his boss, and then he's reading the letter. The boss gives it to him. He's reading it. He's like, "Wow, boss, this is really heavy stuff, man. You seem sad. You want to talk about it? Like, you don't have to do this, man." It's like, I'm not going to kill myself. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, that wasn't that funny.
It was funny.
No. And then there was like really bad music at the end.
All of it was really bad. The harmonica shit was terrible.
It was, I kept going, boop, boop, boop. The movie is a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit, Don. And I'm sorry.
It's a golden piece of shit.
It's not a golden piece of shit. And it's not. Critters 3 is way better than this movie.
No.
Way better.
No.
Way
Critters
better.
3 was only funny because it was stupid. And
Critters 3 at least
held. I'm a sucker for practical effects. That's the only reason why.
At least Critters 3 held my attention too.
At least Critters 3 murders the people that are bad actors pretty much immediately.
Yeah,
You know
this
what I'm
one
saying?
rewards them by letting me watch the whole hour and 28 minutes of them.
Yeah.
By the way, hour and 28 minutes. This felt like watching Killers of the Flower Moon. This felt like 4 hours and 43 minutes. This was
exaggerating.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. If you would have watched me watch this movie,
You
you would have
hate
had a better
Sylvester
time.
Stallone, though. You
I
hate
do.
him.
I do. I never made any bones about that. But I suggested this movie. Okay, I was the one. It's not because I've never seen it, and I wanted to see it. And
I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
And people were Instagramming me saying, "Oh, I remember this being on Channel 7."
Yeah.
And oh, I can't wait. You can wait. You can wait many, many, many moons.
Nah, son.
Yes. Okay. It's not as bad as the past. It's
Nothing
not as bad as
the past. That shouldn't even be a comparison.
I think I gave that a point.
That's the bottom. Yeah, that's the bottom.
That's the bottom.
That's our bottom.
It's not as bad as Celtic Pride. It's not as bad.
I didn't hate Celtic Pride.
That's because you're dumb. It's not as bad as Selena.
Right.
But it's bad. So I'm with that.
What are its saving grace parts? Because like we know what the saving grace of Celtic Pride is. Yeah.
Man, it's really hard to find the saving grace. It really is. And I'm not saying that
Selena, it's the fact that you can actually hear Selena singing. That's the only saving grace for Selena, right?
And it's actually funny.
And the father.
Yeah. I watch that sometimes just to laugh. That review is so funny. I almost died during that review. I almost had a heart attack.
It was pretty good. Yeah, Celtic Pride. I like Celtic Pride anyway. So
I know you did. I forgot to look and see what I gave Critters 3. I should remember that. I think what did I give it? Like a 2.2?
I think we both was floating around 2 point something, like a little bit under a 3.
2.
I feel. I don't think it was the worst.
I think we gave it a 2.4, 2.5. I think that's what we gave it. There, yeah. Okay. This is a 1.6.
Wow.
1.6. It's not as bad as Selena. It's not as bad as The Pest. I think I gave Celtic Pride something like that too. 1.4, something. This is like a 1.5, 1.6.
I'm gonna give this.
Oh no. It can't be above a 2.5. It's impossible.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I actually enjoyed this movie. I looked forward to it. I enjoyed it.
So
it
bad.
was corny enough. I felt like his comedic timing was good. I feel like
he sucks.
I feel like
sucks.
I think at this point he's already had a little bit of Botox and facial
stuff
going on, right?
What was going on with his lips towards the end?
So much facial emotion you're gonna get out of that face.
I don't know if he's got a herpes or some crustacean or what going on by his lips, but like there was like when they had the sunlight on his lips, did nobody see that this man needed a chapstick?
I think that he needed even more rage rather than the oh god stuff.
Yeah, he played like a bumbling.
Yeah,
you know what?
The anger stuff was really funny. When he got very angry, that's when it was very funny.
I'll tell you what. If you had made this a sitcom. I couldn't
tolerate it. It's too much. That's dragging the joke.
No, but you would have to make it serious towards the end. Like he dies and his mother takes over being a cop, like being an actual cop. That's what would happen in the 90s, Don. You know it.
That's what's called bad writing, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'm just following what this movie gave me.
Oof. That's bad.
Okay.
That's bad.
1.4.
I'm gonna go. I think it's on the better side of a bad movie. I'll give it a 5.2.
5.2 out of 5? You're a moron.
Out of 5? What are you talking about? I thought we were doing out of 10.
We've never done out of 10.
Oh, that's too much. All right, so then I didn't know. I don't know what this show is.
Wow, man. We've been doing this for almost a year now.
I don't watch this show. Out of 5. Okay.
Yeah, that's why 1.4.
And that's going to be 2.6.
Way too high.
Yeah, it's on the better part of 50%.
It's not. It's really terrible. Yeah. Okay. Well, this was fun. We did it. And we don't want to have to ever see this recast.
Yeah. We already reimagined with Arnold Schwarzenegger what that would be. We get a pretty good.
The recast of this is just Family Matters.
I think contemporaries, the other people that could have filled that, and I would have did a better job. Michael Keaton, I think he would have did a better job.
But you're recasting it then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael Keaton did a really good job then.
I want this movie to be really bad, worse than it is. So I'm going Steven Seagal for sure, no. For sure, and for the mother. Boy, who was an old woman then? Who was an old female actress? Okay.
Seinfeld's mom.
Liz Sheridan? I don't want her.
Yeah.
No, I don't want Liz Sheridan.
George's mom. George's mom would have been ill.
See, I mean, just having Estelle Harris do it bumps it up to a 2 immediately.
Yeah, George's mom would have been.
Why did anybody cast Estelle Harris in this?
I don't know.
You made a big mistake. It could have just been Jerry Stiller and Estelle Harris in this movie.
That would have been pretty amazing. That would have been pretty amazing. Like if it was both parents and not just the mom, that would have been pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, okay, that was good. But I wouldn't. So Steven Seagal and somebody who's like a classically trained actress has to play against Steven Seagal in 1992. Maybe like a Jessica Tandy or
What's she in?
Fried Green Tomatoes. Not Fried Green Tomatoes. She was in Driving Miss Daisy.
Gross. Yep.
She's a classically trained actor. Or Elizabeth Taylor. Oh, give me. All right. Steven Seagal and Elizabeth Taylor. Go.
Oh, that is worse.
Oof.
It's way worse.
Yeah, I want to see Liz Taylor try to act with that. And instead of more car chases, there would be more of Steven Seagal running because we know how he runs.
Ugh. That's a bad movie.
Yes, it is.
Real bad movie.
Yes, it is.
All right. Thus concluding this episode of summer shit movies.
Yeah. Skid Mark Summer.
Awful August.
Skid Mark Summer, baby.
What do you think our next one's going to be? Because this one we didn't mention. We said that we knew that was going to happen. We mentioned a couple movies in the last show, and that was not one of the ones we mentioned.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Which was a good call on you.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
What would you, just spitballing, what would you think would be a good shit movie? Nikki, what's a good bad movie?
Pre-2000.
Pre-99.
No, pre-2000. No, because it's
pre-99.
2024. Pre-2000. It's 25 years.
99.
We started this in 2023, Don.
99 and back. So in 99.
You said pre-99.
I say it every fucking episode pre-99. Now you got a problem with it?
Yeah, now I'm changing everything. I'm changing everything. Pre-2000. What? Nikki.
A bad movie. Let me, hold on.
Just in general?
Bad movie.
No, don't type it in. We can remember.
I'm putting the speaker up so she can hear you.
I mean, really, when we look back at all the movies from the 90s now, it's almost like
not what we were looking for, Nikki.
So sorry. And there's like really nothing I watched in the 90s that I look back at and I'm like, that was a good idea.
I don't know. There are a few that still kind of hold up. Like good comedies, there are a few. But bad comedies, they're like Coneheads is really bad. I think that's really bad.
It was pretty bad.
That Ace Ventura movie was disgusting.
It is.
He doesn't want to rewatch it. I don't want to do it.
I think I want to leave that in my childhood. I know Kid Don liked it. The Mask wasn't terrible.
Mask is not good. It's not good, but it's not like, I don't think it's like old time bad. Like I'm thinking old time bad.
But probably it would be annoying looking back. I'm sure everything Jim Carrey is going to be annoying looking back at it.
Every single thing like that I could think of.
I mean, people say that Joe's Apartment was really bad, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was that bad.
It was gross.
It was gross.
Ugh.
Small Soldiers was pretty bad.
The Indian in the Cupboard. Didn't we find out that was terrible? I don't know if that's pre-99.
It is. It's 93, but...
Is it terrible?
I don't remember it being terrible.
I love that movie. I watched that shit.
Yeah, I don't remember that movie being terrible at all.
Probably. It's probably going to be wildly problematic. I guarantee you. I guarantee.
I'm leaving that where it was. That movie was too good as a kid. Yeah, please don't ruin the Indian in the Cupboard. I don't need that.
Is that the only thing keeping you going, Joe?
Yeah.
It's one of the few.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the few. That and watching Don be a husky bitch at theme parks.
Such a hater.
What part tickled you the most, Joe?
When he had that ice cream sandwich or whatever the fuck he was eating.
He makes that face every time he has Rita's. Like, I can show you a picture 5 years ago with him with Rita's, and he's making the same exact thing.
You know, just to... I hope I get rich enough just to buy Rita's and close it all down. Don't worry, that's not gonna happen. But
oh, that wasn't wasn't worried.
Thank you. We could do Rocky 5. It's all time bad, but like
Rocky 5 is the one with Toni Morrison.
Yeah, Tommy Morrison.
Whatever.
Toni Morrison.
Morrison was a rapper.
Oh,
and a woman.
I really need to see Rocky 5 with Toni Morrison. I need it. Bring her back and make that fucking movie.
Tommy Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Well, no, I don't want to do another Sylvester Stallone movie because I'll shit, throw up, and bleed at the same time. I can't have it.
All right, so how about this? Let's think of for the next. Let's get it to a clean 15-minute mark.
Wild Wild West. I still want to do that.
You want to do Wild Wild West?
I still want to do that.
What year was that again?
99. I remember that being one of the biggest bombs of all time.
We'll do Wild Wild West. Fuck it. We'll do it. We'll just stick with it. We'll do it. I honestly, and I think that's like my Indian in the Cupboard. I really wish motherfuckers wouldn't try to ruin that for me. I felt like I had a good time.
You know, I think you have too much good times.
I do.
It's just too much.
I had a good time with the movie.
You have a good time with every fucking movie. You know, sometimes you got to not have a good time.
I didn't have a good time with our very first fucking movie, which is Taxi Driver. I had a terrible time with that movie. It wasn't a good time.
That's a problem for you. That is legitimately a problem for you. Nobody watches that movie and says, I'm having a bad time. I've never met one. You are the one.
Did not have a good time.
It's impossible. Okay, I had the same time you had watching the Maltese Falcon. I had the same exact time then.
You're an uncultured swine.
That movie sucks balls. Balls. Giant elephant balls. Sucks.
We can all agree, though, that we all had a good time watching Belly. That was a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Good time.
But it's not as good as we remember it.
No, it was just as bad as I remember it. It was just as bad.
I remembered Belly being better.
I was still a teenager. Like, I was able to have, like, formative thoughts and be like, I was able to be like, you know, hey, this isn't great at all.
You know, okay, so we've decided it's Wild Wild West, but do you know what's another, I guess, considered a bad one that I really like? Do you remember Money Train with Jennifer Lopez, Woody Harrelson, and Wesley Snipes?
I do.
From 96?
That was like an awful idea. We could flip a coin.
No.
Okay.
No. Look, there are movies we have to do that are gonna, like, if we really want to do the Indian in the Cupboard, we could do it. But is it gonna be bad?
Let's see what the rating is to even justify it being thought of as bad in the first place. Indian in the Cupboard.
Yeah. I was 95, it wasn't 93.
95.
It's a 6. It can't do it.
It's not a bad.
You can't do it.
It's gotta be
Wild Wild West. 4.9 and a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's bullshit.
Look, man, how long is it? Wait a minute. How long is it?
Hour 47.
Is it really only an hour and 47 minutes?
What do you mean only? That's fucking almost 2 hours of that.
Yeah, but those movies have Armageddon. Those movies have a penchant to be like 3 hours long.
How long was the original, The Wild Wild West?
How long was the original Wild Wild West?
Oh, no, that was the show.
The television show.
The television show.
It was on for many years. I remember Wild Wild West. 1958, 58 to 62.
4 seasons.
58 to 62.
4.
You motherfucker. So it's not a bomb.
There must have been more than one rendition of the Wild Wild West. Because the one I'm looking at here says 65.
Wild Wild West is not a bomb. It cost $170 million, which is insane for 1999, but it made $223.
Yeah, it's not a bomb. Sorry.
All right, let's not do that. It's got to be bombs. That's I mean, what's really bad? What's like a really bad
biggest movie bombs of all time?
Ishtar.
You've mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Let's see here. This is not going to give me ones. It's going to the 13th Warrior.
I don't remember that.
What was that one?
I don't
costs. Uh-oh. What's up with my internets? There we go.
Nothing.
It's 13th Warrior. Made 61 million. They lost $227 million on that.
Let us.
13th Warrior was 1999. I feel like it's a Val Kilmer movie.
Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah. Wow, a lot of the movies are more recent that are the biggest.
13th Warrior is an Antonio Banderas movie.
All right.
Piques my interest, but
sure
it's
does.
a 6.6.
It's not.
So it's not a bomb.
No.
I guess it lost a lot of money, but it's technically not a bomb.
No. Yeah. Okay, 20 biggest box office bombs of all time. Are they all just like modern films?
The 2000s was trash, it seems. Heaven's Gate, 1980.
Okay. Heaven's Gate's really good. It's just people weren't. It's the same guy who directed The Deer Hunter. And
this 3 hour and 36 minutes.
Yeah, it's long.
What the fuck is that?
It's long, Don. It's long.
And it's a Western.
It's not really a Western.
What do you mean it's not really a Western?
I don't consider it a Western. It takes place in the West, but there's no action. Nothing really happens.
That makes it worse.
I know. But that is
worse.
That cost $144 million in 1980. Think about that.
That's disgusting.
It made $3.5 million.
Even this one is technically a 6.7.
Yeah, I don't think Heaven's
57% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's not that bad. I don't know, man.
I think it's gonna have to be.
We could do Waterworld.
Ooh.
But again, 47%, 6.3 on IMDb. But that's really long. Waterworld's like 3.5 hours too. 6.3. Yeah, I'm not doing Waterworld.
5. It made a 6.3.
Yeah.
Okay. How about worst rated?
Well, you can worst rated movies on IMDb.
You do IMDb. I'll do.
I went the other way. Okay. This isn't a podcast anymore.
Yeah, well, deal with it. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I guess you could just leave if you want to. Worst rated movies.
Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
Let's see.
Not that one. Jaws: The Revenge.
Very bad. Incredibly bad.
2% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's incredibly bad.
Mm-hmm. We got here. Not able to do it, but I've never even heard of this. Jim Carrey, Dark Crimes, 2016.
No, I've heard of it. He made a movie called The Number 23 that's pretty bad.
I remember that vaguely. More bad movies.
Now
Return to the Blue Lagoon.
Everybody says that's pretty bad.
This has a 0%.
Everyone says that's pretty bad.
It's as ridiculous as its predecessor. What was the Blue Lagoon? I don't even know what that is.
Problem Child has a 0%. What?
Wagons East.
Yeah, John Candy and Richard Lewis. It's not good.
See how that could be awful, though. I like both of those guys.
Okay, let's keep a Sylvester Stallone theme, but not a Sylvester Stallone movie. Let's do the sequel to Saturday Night Fever, Staying Alive with John Travolta, directed by Sylvester Stallone, 1983, considered one of the worst movies of all time.
The name of the movie is called Staying Alive?
Yeah.
Oof. We'll put it on the list.
Okay.
I think it's an option for sure.
Okay.
John Travolta has a few not good movies, huh?
Yeah. Guess it's all that Scientology.
Highlander 2, The Quickening.
It's a great name.
Christopher Lambert, Sean Connery.
I mean, these are all just like bad.
Bolero, 1984.
Okay, Strange Wilderness was not that bad. Everybody's out here being crazy.
Everybody's getting crazy.
Battlefield Earth is up there.
Oh yeah, we did mention Battlefield Earth, but it is a little bit outside of our criteria. What month was it in? If it's in the first half of 2000, I'll allow it.
You'll allow it?
Please be the first half.
Hold on.
If it's in the first 6 months when it was released, I'll allow it because that means it got made in '99 at least.
I don't know when this came out. May 12th. Sorry, Don.
February, February, March, April, May. 5th month. It's within the first half of 2000.
Okay, let's do it.
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth, everybody. I'm okay. I said I would watch it. I said I would do it.
I'm actually gonna watch it right now.
No, you're not.
No.
No, you can't.
But I am excited to watch it. I do remember. I like sci-fi. I like terrible sci-fi. That was one that I gravitated towards in Blockbuster growing up.
This is based on L. Ron Hubbard's Scientology writings.
Yeah.
So this is going to be bad.
It's going to be bad and weird and great. It's going to be starring John Travolta.
I think that's it. Forrest Whitaker?
Forrest Whitaker. And I don't remember who the actual lead is. I have no idea.
Isn't it John Travolta?
No, he's the bad guy. He's not the lead. John Travolta and Forrest Whitaker are not the leads. They're the villains.
Barry Pepper.
Can't fool who that is.
Oh, Barry Pepper's a good actor.
Okay.
He's okay. And next week I'll tell the story while we're on that movie of my going to a Dianetics meeting on LSD.
Fun. All right. Well, that's the show. Okay, bye.